Okay, so you finally made it to video 3 of our triple bill, and this is everything else that's not strictly DC or Marvel. Are you as worn out as I am? I had a lot of books to read this week. I'm realising that the second week of the month is a way heavy pull list for me. Not that I'm necessarily complaining, because I had a great time reading all these comics. So let's bash on with the last 4, and we start with Vertigo's The Unwritten, and this is issue number 30 and the conclusion of the current story arc onto Genesis. And it's well written. There is a story there. It is not necessarily action-packed, and I don't think this is the title that needs to be necessarily. There is a lot of talking, there is a lot of explanation, there is a lot of history in this title. It's still a great, mature read, and the way it ends at the end, I think we are going to get some action very, very soon. So yeah, Unwritten, always solidly written, and the artwork by Gross is still up to standard and suits the Vertigo title, the nature of this title, down to the ground. Very nice. Nick Spencer, heard his name before in a video just not so long ago. Morning Glories, it's issue 13, and twists and turns again, more spookiness, more what the it's quite special. Anyone who's not reading Morning Glories by now, you're missing out. It's just, if you loved Lost and that kind of even Twilight Zone-y kind of genre of fiction, of TV, then you're gonna love Morning Glories. I've said it before, it's just like a cross between, you know, like a teen Dawson's Creek or 90210, and then just throwing a bunch of the best bits of Lost at it. And just when you think you've got a handle on what's going on, it just throws you for the biggest loop. I have no idea when Nick Spencer's going with this, but I'm going for the ride to the bitter end, because it is just a phenomenal read. My comic book guy forgot to put this in last month, but now I'm finally caught up. It's been a while since we saw this title, season 8, we're now on season 9. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer from a Dark Horse. Anyone who remembers the end of season 8, you will have not forgotten that Buffy smashed an egg. By smashing that egg, she cut off all magic from the earth. So anybody who was a magic user like Willow, or anybody who was using any magical artifacts, no longer useful. And this certainly has ramifications that Whedon and who else? Chambliss are only just beginning to touch upon. Issue 1 is written by Joss Whedon, so he's just having a whole heap of fun with this. Buffy has moved into a new apartment with some norms, and she's given the blowout of all blowout parties, mostly in an effort to kind of forget the end of season 8. Hopefully, you know, drinking to excess, she might be able to blank the whole business out. Because, you know, her best friend Willow, the witch, can no longer do magic and is essentially become useless to the whole kind of Scooby gang again. And she isn't happy, and she thoroughly understands that, you know, this act, which at the time had to happen, there was no other way to resolve the end of last season. But like I said, its ramifications now are huge. So this one, a great fun issue from Joss Whedon. Lots of, it's kind of like the morning before trying to remember the night, the morning after trying to remember the night before kind of deal. We've all been there, and you kind of get flashbacks of what you did, the embarrassing stuff, the lame stuff, the fun stuff. So much fun was had with issue 1. Issue 2 then kind of extends this, and we have all these bodies that are being discovered, and there is no signs of violence or struggle on these people. We don't know who they are because no one can find any records on them until this issue. And we find out that, well, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's an interesting way to, I don't know, take out vampires, maybe put Buffy out of a job. Again, it's one of those, where is this going to go? It's exciting, very interesting, very fun to read, as all Buffy comics usually are when it doesn't take itself incredibly seriously. So yes, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, good to be back, and I can't wait to read more. And that's it. 13 comics I got through. I hope you stuck through it all. If you remember and you're new and you like these videos, up there is a subscribe button. I'd hit it right now. Not with your fist obviously, but your finger on the button over the subscribe, and you'll get my videos all the time. Down here-ish, there's a big thumbs up. I like thumbs up, put them up. And a little bit further down below there's a comment box, and I love all your comments, and I try and reply to all of them as best I can. And now I'm going to have a rest. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. I'm going to watch some of you guys and your videos. See you soon.